Check, check, check. Good evening and welcome to the stream. Tonight I'm going to be playing Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and I'm going to be flying from Frankfurt to Munich, and I will explain why in a minute. But either way, I've been trying to learn how to do ILS approaches in the Cessna Citation for a while, and I think I finally have it down. One of the key things I was missing is that you need to actually manage the throttle. There's no auto throttle at all. I previously had only used the Airbus, so I was very used to having that auto throttle and practically an auto land. So that is what I was missing there. So here's my route. I'm starting off at Frankfurt. I am starting at parking, so the airplane's going to be totally cold, and I'll have to turn it on, taxi to the runway, take off, flying southeast to Munich. And I don't know why it did this, but it gave me a really crazy approach pattern here. But regardless, I will be doing an ILS landing into runway 8 left and taxiing to parking. Runway to runway, we have 26 minutes, so it's pretty short, but definitely, enough to give me a good practice with the autopilot system. So the reason that I am flying in Germany, usually I practice in my home area, but tonight I'm in Germany, and that is because I have a friend who's in Germany right now. And he is actually, try to not butcher the name of the town, but it's Tübingen? I really don't know, but it is, it's actually not on the Flight Simulator map, but basically, it's somewhere right in this area, I think. And there's like no airports around it, so I couldn't fly to it. But I'm gonna fly this route. I'm actually gonna message him real quick, see if he's awake. It's like it's like 3 a.m. local time, so I kind of doubt he's awake, but just in case he is, or in case he watches this later, I'll let him know. And if he does happen to be awake, I'll probably go into active pause at some point and zoom around his city. Check, check. Check. Alright, that sounds good. Okay, so I sent him a message, and let's get started. So one thing I noticed in the course of just practicing was that regardless of how you actually turn the plane on. Whether you do it from a cold start or whether you just start your flight from the runway, you get the same warning errors. So I think maybe it's just a total glitch in the game. But yeah, it's, you know, even if they set you up like on the runway, like ready for takeoff, they still show those errors that I was having. So I wasn't worried about it before, and I'm even less worried about it now. I think this is... No, I have flown... Well, I've flown all over the world for the different landing challenges, and then I flew out of Japan, I don't remember where, but one time to try to find that, like the giant spire scenery glitch. But other than that, this is my only other time in, you know, setting up a flight in a foreign country. It would be really cool if they had, like, if the air traffic controllers had accents depending on where you flew. I mean, imagine like flying, like taking off from France and landing in, you know, I don't know, Dubai or something, and getting different ATC accents. I think that'd be really cool, but I doubt they have that. It would take a lot of work. Alright, here we are, 3:02 in the morning. And I am going to be letting my co-pilot manage the comms for this, because I have enough to take care of. Okay, engine start checklist. Parking brake is set. Power levels are idle. Generator switches. Whoa. That's not good. Okay, you can't get to them. Generator is... I thought it was one of these. Yeah, they're on. Check. Battery is on. Now it's on.
Test. Okay.
Now I can't see anything. Avionics is on.
Frankfurt clearance delivery Cessna November 75649 IFR to Munich ready to copy.
Turn on my dome
Cessna
light.
November 75649 is cleared to Munich Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 18, climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.6 squawk 0772.
Running the engine.
Cessna November 75649 cleared to Munich Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 18, climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure on 127.6 squawk 0772.
Cessna 649 read back direct. Contact ground on 121.705.
So yeah, I'm gonna expect that the same glitch will occur. I'm just not getting any N2. I don't know if it comes across, but I can already hear the engine spooling, so I think that's just another glitch, unfortunately. And there's the usual warnings. I don't remember there being a battery amp one. Maybe I'll look at that in a second. Alright. So it is on run. Oh, did I hit the starter? I did not hit the starter. Whoops. Okay, now the starter's on. I swear that did not work last time. I'll go back and watch my VOD, but I swear that was not working. Okay, N20, so I will hit run. And ITT. I actually don't know what ITT is. Internal turbine? I'm gonna guess internal turbine temperature. I'm gonna monitor it, but I have no idea what it's supposed to be, nor do I know what the N1 is supposed to be. And repeat the procedure for the left engine. Hit the starter. Watch for the N2. There's 20. Hit run. Flip both of these guards closed.
Frankfurt ground, Cessna November 75
Avionics already
649er requesting pushback. Cessna November 75 649er, pushback request accepted.
Turn the lights all the way up for a little bit here. Wish there was one that focused your eyes right down here. Okay, avionics master, I already hit that. Parking brake release, where are my lights? Anti-ice, what was? It's probably cold in Germany, I would assume, right? 15 degrees Celsius. That's not terrible. But you know what? It doesn't hurt to just hit all the icing. Okay, there's all of that. At least I don't know. I don't think it would hurt. Why would it hurt? I think it's fine. And let me get my lights on. Strobe, taxi, turn on the logo.
Frankfurt ground, Cessna November 75 649er requesting the end of pushback.
Pushback is done. Looks like it's actually raining a little.
649er request to end pushback received.
Okay.
Frankfurt ground, Cessna November 75 649er with whiskey ready to taxi IFR. Cessna November 75 649er taxi to and hold short of runway 18 via taxiway Sierra 100011 Romeo 15 cross runway 7 right, Mike 25 Mike Yankee 1 Yankee November. Contact tower on 118.78 when ready.
Did you get all that?
Taxi to and hold short runway 18 via taxiway Sierra 100011 Romeo 15 cross runway 7 right, Mike 25 Mike Yankee 1 Yankee November Cessna 649er.
Okay, so they want me to do a 180. Why did we stop the pushback so early? It's okay, I'll just take a left. Since I am doing an ILS landing, I was going to turn the clouds up to just probably broken, but it seems like maybe the current weather is going to be perfect for me. Definitely looks overcast. Which just makes night even worse. Some warnings down here I might want to look at. Inert, SEP on, and pitot heat on, left, right. Don't know what that means. engine only anti-ice. I guess don't have that on. Alright, whatever. I'll leave it off. But if I get ice, I'm gonna be a little upset. So as I taxi out here, I believe ATC said I was gonna be heading to 8,000 feet, so I'll go ahead and dial that in. Ground seems really bumpy here. Just testing the parking brake there, see if that was the issue. It was not. Watch out, car. Wow, they actually kind of stopped for me there. Usually they just run right into you. Pretty fast for a taxi, but that runway is really far away. I didn't hear if I had to hold short. Short 1-8. Class 7R. See where I'm at. What's that say? It says 7. Hold short 1-8. Cross 7R M25. I am not sure what that means. Check lift. That's right. Check lift. Don't see anyone. I assume it's safe. Is that an active I just went onto a runway, and I'm bouncing like crazy for some reason. Yeah, I feel like the ground at this whole airport is like really warped or bumpy or something. Something weird going on. Nice rabbit right there. Very cool. So this is 1.8, I think. No, what? This is so confusing. It's like I'm on 1.8 right now. I guess it's like an extension of 1.8 maybe. I don't know. I'm confused. Somehow I will actually be less confused when I'm flying through the air, as opposed to just driving a plane around on the ground. And here we are.
Frankfurt Tower Cessna November 75649 ready to go runway 18 ISR to Munich.
Oh, I just crossed.
Cessna November 75649 cleared for takeoff runway 18.
Where
Cleared
was
for
I? I
takeoff
thought I
runway
just crossed,
18
like right
Cessna
here.
November 75649.
Whatever, doesn't matter. Alright, 1 notch flaps. Headed toward 8,000. Gonna be rolling out to the left, it appears. Get on the center line. And here we go. 40%, let it stabilize. Takeoff speed. V1 comes up really quick in this plane. And rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
Cessna 649er contact center on 127.6.
127.6 for Cessna 649er.
Autopilot on.
Center Cessna November 75649er is at 1,800 feet, climbing 8,000 feet. Cessna November 75649er center, continue to move them as planned. Altimeter tree, 0.03.
FLC on. That'll bring me to the 8,000 above
and
me
maintain
off.
14,000 feet.
What is that? ITT? Oh, I was overpowered.
Climb
Engines
and
were getting
maintain
too hot.
14,000 feet Cessna 649er.
Okay, they want me to head to 14. I'm gonna go ahead and engage nav mode. It'll start me banking toward our flight plan. Half bank is on, which we want. And I'll get that altitude in. Oops. Do it here. Oops. $14,000 dialed in. FLC mode on, so that'll bring me up to 14. Speed is holding. flaps again. Flaps are up. Everything's good. Looks like we're headed toward our flight plan. Pretty slow turn. Totally in the clouds right now. Let me change the time of day just to give a glimpse of how cloudy it really is right now. Can't see anything. Okay, still climbing. Climbing very quickly toward that 14. Let me turn on the flight director so we can see what we're doing. No airspeed. That's going to be a pitot problem. I don't know what this warning means. I'm going to have to ignore it because that's, yeah. I need the pitot heat on just to get an airspeed indication, so that's obviously what I have to do. Engine only, I don't know what that means. This says wing engine, so engine's included in this de-icer, I guess. I'm not sure, that's kind of weird. Makes me a little nervous. I'll shut that warning off. And this is an incredibly overcast condition. And that's it. It was about 45 minutes to the airport. And we're just kind of sitting at this point. So as long as we are sitting, I'll go into the drone camera.
Cessna 649er climb and maintain flight level 210. Climb and maintain flight level 210 Cessna 649er.
Okay, so just as I get to 14, they're telling me to go to flight level 210, which is, of course, 21,000. And FLC on, and away we go. Hopefully I will punch above the clouds, that'd be cool. This is a ridiculously cloudy day. And there we are. Just beautiful. I mean, incredibly beautiful. This game really just stuns me. Look at that. It's got the sound and everything. Man, I hope we do punch above that. Everything here looks good, still climbing, pretty much right on track. Quite a crab right there. Wind is at 37, so it's kind of pushing me to the, I'm gonna call it left, so I'm turned to the right. It's kind of cool. Let me zoom out. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See the overall flight plan there. I'll leave it zoomed out just so we can see where we're at. Speed seems fine, but I can go a little faster, so I'll tap the throttle a little bit. Is the red? I'm guessing the red line is 82. I don't see any indication. I don't see anything indicating what we're actually at. nearly at 21,000 there. That is cool right there. Actually, I'd better stay in the cockpit because I think we are about to punch through. Oops. Or we might just stay right in the clouds.
And maintain flight level 330.
There we go. 330.
Climbed and maintained flight level 330 Cessna 649er.
That'll get us up there, that's for sure. .330 FLC. And there we go, right out of the clouds. Over speed, or not over speed, but too hot on the engines. Into the clouds a little, but we'll get above. That's just so beautiful. I can't get over it. I'm actually glad I grew up at a time when no games looked like this. I mean, my first flight sim was Flight Unlimited 2, and it was just so basic. Makes me appreciate. Kind of going right into the sun. I can actually look back at my wing here, and I do see ice on it, which I don't love to see. I'm at 27,000 right now. Still got a ways to go, so we'll be getting right above these clouds, I think. Pretty much right above them right now. Very beautiful. I love the, they have a really soft texture. My only issue is that sometimes if you zoom in, you can kind of see it's like this mesh thing going on. But I wonder if I'm hopefully going to upgrade my GPU like this month after Christmas, and I'm hoping that could even help those clouds a little bit more. I know that's kind of an ironic thing to say after just complimenting the graphics so much, but just always need that little bit more. And look at that, it is just so beautiful. Whole lot nicer than it was on the ground.
649er descend and maintain flight level 230. Descend and maintain flight level 230 Cessna 649er.
So just like that, we reached our cruising altitude and need to go back down already. It's 230, right? Sit here for a minute, make sure I don't get over speed. Can always use the speed brake a little if I need to, but I don't think I will. So we are still quite a ways out, and we have to do that weird sort of S turn.
Cessna 649er, please expedite your descent to flight level 230.
Well, why am I not descending? Maybe I have too much throttle. Yeah, it's really not, it's not pushing me down at all. Or maybe that's it. It sensed I was getting toward overspeed, so it wouldn't let me go. So I'll throttle down substantially. It's a smart plane. It's kind of the weird thing about the Citation compared to the Airbus. You really need to be very active on the throttle. It really doesn't fly itself with the autopilot like the Airbus does. It kind of, I guess you could say it orchestrates the movements, but not much other than that. One last glimpse of the above cloud world. See how thick these clouds are. No, it doesn't really show you, does it? It just says live weather. I thought it would maybe show the cloud layers that were actually there. Experiment. I'm gonna try just totally cutting the throttle and see how far down it will dive me. Like 4,000 feet per minute descent rate. It's pretty fast, but it's not going above 4,000-ish. And it's gonna need some throttle in a second to actually maintain that 2300. Actually surprised it's not leveling off yet. There it goes. Let's see what happens if I miss it. Or if I just don't throttle back up.
Cessna 649er, contact Munich Center on 120.65. 120.65 Cessna 649er.
So it leveled me off
Munich
almost
Center Cessna
perfectly.
November 75649er is out of flight level 230 for flight level 230. Cessna November 75649er Munich Center, continue to level as planned.
But I'm losing a lot of speed.
649er climb and maintain flight level 310.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Climb and maintain flight level 310 Cessna 649er.
Alright, right back up, I guess. Gotta do what the controller says, that's for sure. So I'm just trying to see, yeah, it's not gonna pitch me up at all since I don't have enough speed to actually climb. It's kinda keeping me level, but I'm just slowly descending. Yeah, I'm just gonna kinda drop forever. Okay, I'll throttle up and get back up to 310. Back above the clouds. Unfortunately, it's really hard in this plane to see when you're actually at the right place with the throttle. So there's cruise, takeoff, climb, and cruise. So I think climb is right about there. And I am indeed climbing. So yeah, since we're kind of toward the middle of the flight, I'm going to go back into showcase mode and the drone camera. I'm just going to drop down and see what we can see toward the ground. Very thick clouds. This is a perfect ILS approach. And there we are. Just beautiful. Look at that pastoral German countryside right there. It's so different from the US. You fly over and everything's a grid. Pretty much, I think most places in Europe where there's agriculture, it's just this kind of modeled, random-ish pattern. It'd be really fun if I could find I forgot the name, Tubin whatever, where my friend is, but I think that sounds pretty hard when I'm just kind of flying over. Maybe another time I'll use like a Caravan or a King Air and get closer to the ground. Here I am. Looking very icy. Do you think? I don't know.
Ethiopia 706 contact center on 127.6.
That seems like a lot of ice on the leading edge. Is that just what happens at cruise altitude? I really don't know. Oops, bumped the throttle there.
Lufthansa 581 contact center on 127.6.
getting closer.
Going to 127 decimal 6 Lufthansa 581.
Lufthansa. Now I know there's a way to turn on your
Cessna 649er, UR5, 1 miles northwest. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 8 left approach via Wilkill transition. Clear to Wilkill.
Okay, so
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 8 left approach via Rokill transition. Clear to Rokill Cessna 649er.
I seem really high up for being so close to the airport, but I guess maybe you descend through this S pattern. Maybe that's why it's there. So I watched a guy on YouTube, and he was able to turn on your flight plan altitudes in here, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. I should watch that again. Upper menu, lower. It was lower menu, and I'm pretty sure it's plan, and I'm pretty sure the way he did it is he just scrolled here. He scrolled. Oh, there. Now it's working. I don't know why that wasn't working before. Ooh, that didn't do what I wanted though. That just flipped me around. But that's fine. I can get that view here and this view here. Maybe that's what it was. Oh, you have to be on the outer ring of it, I see. Not sure how to select. It's obviously not the right thing anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Would FMS text be it? I'm not seeing any altitudes there. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look at that again, because that is one thing I'd really like to be able to see on here. Maybe it was up here, though. Hold up. Let me look at this real quick. TCAS. That just changes your PFD formats. Lapse time. Don't really care about that. PFD. Oh, this. Maybe this was the menu we had. Arc better. Not sure what those really do. Can't select it for some reason. I am making my Rokill turn right now, so you can see. Let me just look at the weather, what that looks like. There's terrain. Ooh, weather looks terrible. But at least I'm not over here, I guess. Or is that just the... That kind of looks like a Doppler effect thing. It's basically what's behind me is the bad stuff. I'm not sure on that. Unless I'm in a big clear area right now. I think I'll leave that on. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know, Let's try to get those elevations to come on. I'm getting pretty close to overspeed, so I'm going to throttle down a little. Yaw damper should have been on this whole time. It's okay. Whoops. Oh, it's not turning on for some reason. So basically, once I get through the, which one is it? It's gonna be, I think it's this decel, and I'm coming toward the runway. At that point, I will switch to my localizer, Loc 1, and I will turn on approach mode, and still have to, you know, manually throttle to make sure I have enough speed or am bleeding off speed enough, but that should lock in the glide slope and pretty much bring me right to the runway. I will try to not disengage autopilot until I'm above the threshold, and then it should be an extremely smooth landing. Hopefully it's not too windy. I'm starting to feel like I should be descending, but I'll listen to the traffic controller. They know best, supposedly. Take another look out the window. To make anyone sick right there. Jeez. Oh, interesting. I actually didn't know that the citation gear did not, they weren't enclosed, they just kind of sit there. Look at that ice. That's a cool view right there. I'm not actually seeing any twitching in the ailerons. You know, that would be the autopilot controlling the plane. Oh, maybe I am. Yeah, there's a slight deflection on that one. Obviously it was making very slow turns. See where I'm at. Okay, so I've come around. I'll call it on downwind, even though it's not really downwind. I haven't been told to descend at all, which is, like I said, a little bit troubling. But yeah, I'm just kind of trusting the controller right here. They definitely said maintain current altitude. Yep. I just know I should have been descending by now. I'm gonna go ahead. Go ahead and start dropping down and see if they complain. I have a feeling there's just a glitch in the autopilot here, or in the ATC here. Let me just get down to 20. So that's gonna take me. It's gonna take me a long way to actually get down. See, my localizer popped up on my PFD, but I'm still on FMS1. I haven't switched over to the localizer because I'm not facing the runway, so I'm not gonna. Obviously, I'm not gonna activate approach mode. I'm sure in my flight plan I have the appropriate altitudes for these, but I don't know how to display them. So I don't... Hold on, can you, you can view it on this flight plan. How do you cycle through them though? Next.
649er descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Oh, I guess I was just impatient.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet Cessna 649er.
FLC. I'm gonna completely cut the throttle because I got a long way to go. I'm actually, yeah, I'm gonna hit the speed brake too because I think I'm way too high. Go to 50, see what that does for me. I'm only descending at 4,000 feet per minute. I mean, it's a pretty crazy rapid descent, but I don't want to botch this landing, that's for sure. There's my spoilers out. Or my speed brakes, rather. It didn't get my descent any faster, unfortunately. Still hanging at 3,500. Did I get an altimeter reading? I don't think I did. Nope. I'd like to update that. I'm sure it's not 29 or 9 or 2 still. Goodbye, blue sky. Back down into the muck. So yeah, I think I was just a little bit impatient there. Started to get nervous. There was just a bug in the game, but pretty much got my descent orders right after I started descending. Should be making a turn any second. There we go. It's nice and smooth for the passengers.
Cessna 649er contact approach on 131.23. 131.23 Cessna 649er. Approach Cessna November 75 649er is at 13,200 feet, descending 5,000 feet.
Oh, cool.
Cessna November 75649er approach continue to make it as planned. Altimeter tree 0.01.
There's my altimeter. 3001, check. It's kind of cool. I'm between two cloud layers right here. It's pretty realistic. I think I can actually... Yeah, I think I can see the ground through there, so maybe this won't be quite as ILS as I had hoped, but it's okay. Still can prove that I can do it. I'm still committed to not touching anything until I'm above the threshold. I think I'll get to Magat, and then I'll switch over to Loc 1. I think I'm still pretty far out. And I'm coming down pretty fast, so I think I can go ahead and Get the speed brake out of there. And speed's coming up pretty fast, so maybe that's what I'll leave it there. Actually, here we go. I got my localizer bugs there, so I think well, let me get down to 5,000. One thing at a time. And now I'm totally in the soup, and I can see the ground, so it's not quite totally ILS, but what are you gonna do? I mean, I could change the weather, but I don't really want to. I could make it, here, why don't I make it a little darker at least? Not totally dark. I'd like to be able to see a little. Oh, I'm already out of it. Never mind. Okay, so here we come. Ready or not? I don't see an airport out there. And we're actually below our glide slope, it appears, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to localizer 1 and hit approach mode. And I think I'll go ahead and...
Landing here.
Okay. You can't do flaps without... You can't do a degree of flaps without landing gear, so I'll do both. That's fine. I'm below glide slope, so I'm gonna throttle up. Looks like I don't have the glide slope lock yet. And unfortunately I'm way below my target altitude, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Switch FLC back on.
649er, you are 14 miles west of Munich. Contact tower on 118.705 when inbound.
Tower on 118.705 Cessna 649er. Tower Cessna November 75 649er 13 miles west inbound ILS runway 8 left approach.
Well, it's pretty obvious where I'm going.
649er tower. Cleared ILS runway 8 left approach. Altimeter tree 0.03 wind 048 at 8. Cleared ILS runway 8 left approach Cessna 649er.
Fuel low. Oh crap, are you serious? How low? That's horrifying. Where's my fuel indicator? I actually don't know. Oh my god, that's horrifying. They didn't give me enough gas to make it.
Cessna 649er, cleared to land runway 8 left. Wind 048 at 8.
Okay, well, regardless, I
Cleared to land runway 8 left Cessna 649er.
turned off FLC, approach mode is still on, and I'm right on my bugs, so I think I'm good. Oh, this is way too close. That's really scary. I think I just lost my engines. I cannot believe this is happening. I swear I did not plan this. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. I'm not gonna hit another level of flaps though, that's for sure. Oh, I should bring mine up right now. Hold up. I cannot believe this is happening after all this. Yeah, this is not looking good. Autopilot's off. Completely without power. I cannot believe this has happened. And I know there's a menu up top, and I could add fuel real quick, but my engines are off already. And I actually might make it. Oh, I'm losing speed. See the rabbit right there. Look at that beautiful fog. This would have been
500.
an incredibly beautiful landing if not for that. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Slightly high, that's good. Dropping flaps, ooh, the flaps won't run. Okay, I'm landing without flaps, I guess. I'm so glad I'm streaming this, honestly. This is just amazing. And that's it. Now the real question is, can I get it off the runway? Just coasting.
Cessna 649er exit runway when able. Cessna 649er, contact ground on 121.9er tree. 121.9er tree Cessna 649er.
I don't think my brakes are working. My brakes are not working. Oh man. I just landed and exited the runway with no working brakes. What is the emergency procedure for this? I have no idea. I mean, I'm slow enough, I'm not going to crash at this point, but it's still crazy. We'll secure the aircraft.
Oral warning, okay.
Wonder if I can. Is there a way to declare an emergency? No. Be kind of useful. Okay, avionics off. Battery off. Generators off. Parking brake set. That's it. That's my flight right there. That is... I mean, that's... I don't know how to, like... That's crazy. I don't know if anybody would believe that that wasn't planned, but I swear that was not at all planned. It's weird that they wouldn't have fueled up my plane enough to actually make it. I mean, it wasn't even close. There should have been tons of extra fuel by the time I landed, but I was literally... I mean, I couldn't have planned that anyway. There's no way I could have actually planned that, because I would have to do, you know, fuel burn calculations. I would have had to know the weather and the wind. Like, there's no way that I could have planned that. That just happened. And I got it all on stream. I'm really happy about that. I'll probably I'll have to do a clip of this flight, just because that was so crazy. Well, yeah, I don't know what else to say. That was just a really Really exciting one right there. What is this guy doing? Oh my gosh. We got a maniac here. Yeah, flight sim, very realistic. Oh, and he just quit. I'm like speechless right now. I just can't believe that happened. Just to recap. My freaked out my dog. My dog just came back down here. Here, I'll show you my dog. So, there was my dog. But yeah. Anyway, I'm totally in awe of what just happened there. That'll never happen again in a million years, I don't think. I mean, I literally made an entire flight. Got to the approach. And just another thing to keep in mind is like, I descended at 0 throttle for a long time. If I had not done that, if I had kept the throttle up, I wouldn't have made it. You know, I ran out of fuel at the exact moment that made a dead stick landing possible. I nailed the landing, if I may say so, and I had just enough momentum to exit the runway, thinking my brakes were working, which they weren't, and not too much momentum that I just flew off into the grass somewhere. I don't know, like, I'm not a miracles guy, but that was a miracle. You've heard of the miracle on the Hudson? Well, this is going to be the miracle of Munich, right here. I'm at Munich, right? That's where I was going? Or did I reverse it? I don't remember now. Yes, Munich. EDDM, Munich. I can't get to parking though, that's for sure. So I am just going to sit right there and wait for somebody to figure out that an insane thing happened. Yeah, nothing else to say. I'm not going to be able to sleep after this. That was so crazy. I'm not going to be able to sleep. Well, if you watched, I hope you enjoyed that even a fraction as much as I did. Yeah, whether or not you enjoyed, I hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful day tomorrow. And I hope your whole week is wonderful, and I hope your weekend is wonderful. And look at me rambling. I'm so, like, jazzed up by this. I don't know. I can't even explain it. It's so weird. Okay. I'm gonna get over it now. Okay, like I said, have a great night.